Hi guys, yesterday we processed all the contract modifications, and if you remember, the one last thing we didn't do is we didn't do the full delivery for the remaining of the contract. Before I do that, I want to show you how to easily manage database operations within eRev. For using eRev, you can just click the button to backup database. And your database essentially will be backed up almost in little time once you click this button. So I want to back up the database because there are many reasons to back up. Like you don't want to lose the data, and you want to copy the backed up to a cloud drive somewhere. So disaster happened to your local machine, you still can restore the backup from a cloud drive. And also, once you back up database, you can restore from backup by clicking this one button, and your database will be restored using the backup file. And what this really do is, think about this, this is more like almost an undo button where you can restore your database to the previous state of the database file you previously backed up. For example, now I backed up this database and I'm ready to process my full delivery. And this is full delivery made in October, so I enter October 31st, click OK. Now my contract should already got fully delivered. If I look at my current period, all of the contract have a period of October 31st. And if I look at my remaining quantities for my all of my products here, I shouldn't see any remaining quantities in any of those products. See, all of those POBs are fully delivered. So in this case, if I made any mistake in here, like basically in the template, I keyed a wrong billing, or I keyed a wrong stuff and want to undo it, simply by clicking restore from backup. And now, after we restore from the backup, let's review our latest contract status again. And you can see the current period basically going back to the most recent contract status when we did the backup. The October full delivery is essentially wiped out from the database. So this is pretty convenient, right? Just clicking one button to undo your last operation. So remember this trick, and you will probably get to use it very often. So this is how backup database and restore from backup works. And also, at the meantime, if you are using eRev just to run allocation scenarios for your contracts, and every time you want to restart the database completely, you can reset the database completely. This will wipe out everything, like including the SSPs, contract setup, all the past deliveries, and the contract mod you did before. So this basically set the database to ground zero. For example, once you click reset database, it's asking you to confirm whether you want to proceed wiping out the current database again. If you are absolutely sure, and click yes, and database will be wiped out and reset. And to prove this, if you click latest contract status again, you will see there's error. There's no such table contract live available to you. So that's because you wipe out the database entirely. There's no contract table available for you in the database. Click OK, and again, right now you don't have anything. So if you want to restore backup from your latest backup file after you're wiping out the database, so what you can do is close eRev and reopen eRev again. And the reason to restart eRev is to terminate the previous all the database processes you have in your instance, and then now, first of all, you don't have any contract in your database now, but you can always restore from the backup file. And now if you click latest contract status, you're basically having the contract back from the last contract modifications we did before we delivered the full delivery file. And let me close this, and then let's do the last delivery. And I go to the template, delivery, and full delivery, and re-enter the delivery date in here. And now all of the deliveries and contract mods are already entered in the system. There is one last option I didn't show you guys, which is append from another. So right now we don't have another person using eRev, and I don't have a separate database file. What I can show it to you is right now my latest contract status should be all October 1st, right? So all October 1st with full delivery after we processed all the delivery file, because my current remaining quantities are all 0 for those POBs. And if you look at on the left, I have contract 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we could use append from another to append our previously backup file to our current production database again. So let me show you that just for you to get the feeling of how append from another database works. So let's go to our eRev and find out where the database file is saved at. So it's within the lib-worm and db and backup db. So for us, we're gonna take this 606 backup db to basically append to our current db. So, and now the notification will basically notify you the database has already been appended. Now let's look at our latest contract status and see where we are. So, and you can tell now the latest contract status still only shows October 31st. And you would wonder, well, where was the contract we just appended? Remember this, the latest contract status only pulling the contract with the latest current period, right? Because the last backup, basically what we backed up in the prior to the last delivery. So that current period is actually before October 31st, which is why when we click this button, we're not able to see it. In order to see those ones, let's just pull the whole contract history from beginning of the year to the end of our full delivery, which is end of October. And let's close this and open up our spreadsheet right now. And for our purposes, let me just look at contract number 1. It's easier for you, all of you guys to see. And you can see here, if I just want to select January period and January 1st. And I actually are seeing two versions here. Like there is a version on January 1st, and there is another version on January 1st for the same contract. Well, that is because we append the backup file to our current production database. That's why by appending the backup file, we create like duplicates in our contracts in our current production file. And this is how append from another works. Essentially, it's going to take over the database you select and append that database contract table to the database contract table you currently have in your production. And by now, we covered all of the full buttons. And of course, I don't want have duplicate data after myself appending the backup file, so I can reset the database. And then after I reset the database is all cleared up, has nothing in it. And let's restore from backup and also process the full delivery again. So I close my eRev to clear up all my processes for the database operations. So, and let me restart the eRev now. And click restore from backup. Now if I click latest contracts, I should only see one set of contract and pulling current period in the past before the full delivery. So now I can finally do my full delivery template, and it's 2023, October 31st. Okay, and by now I reprocessed all the full delivery again, and and also I showed you how to use each of those buttons and to basically manage your database by yourself. With this, I think we covered all of the functionalities in eRev. In the next couple of videos, I will cover some of the more difficult situations and show you how to set up material rights, how to set up variable considerations, and how to process contract modifications when your material right got exercised, those kind of things. All right, thank you guys. Bye.